Hello crypto world, David Comey here. It's time for my daily crypto investment diary. So what did I do? What did I do yesterday? Yesterday I increased my Genesis mining. I was really adding to Dash. See, I got up to 2247 mega hash of Dash. It's, super profitable, and it was by far the most profitable of all the things you could mine on Genesis mining. But now Litecoin being where it is, almost to $11, I've been adding there, and I've got a healthy 302 mega hash of Litecoin. As a quick comparison, you get basically your money back on Dash 234 days, and in Litecoin mining you break even in 181 days. And I was using the hash rate where you start getting a break on Genesis mining, which is 200 mega hash for Litecoin and 500 mega hash for Dash. So it's a pretty significant difference right now. I mean, from my opinion, Litecoin mining is the way to go right now on Genesis mining. It also is very healthy to use on Hashflare. Hashflare doesn't have the most sexy interface, but it pays, and they're for real. They're from the Hash Coins people, the people that make mining equipment. And the cool thing about script on Hashflare is, number one, it's a touch cheaper. Instead of $14 a mega hash, it's $13.50, and it's a lifetime contract. So, the Litecoin mining difficulty doesn't seem to be increasing that much. So you really can get payouts for a really long time using Hashflare. It doesn't have a great affiliate program, which I know is what attracts a lot of people to Genesis mining. But I just wanted you to be aware. And I bought my 100 mega hash when it was half price. It was $6.25. After spending that, I have a hard time now paying double that amount, but I'm considering it because of the lifetime contract. And they have been paying out nicely every single day. I'm getting about $4 a day for my initial investment of, I've got less than $1,000 in it, and it's a lifetime contract. Moving to the markets, the altcoins have been going crazy. I mean, there's some in the red right now, but yesterday it was like every time I looked there was some sick gains. I mean, it was crazy. So being somebody who wants to buy and hold Bitcoin as their primary investment strategy, it can be a little bit frustrating sometimes. It's not very sexy, but I'm still doing it. My number one holding is Bitcoin. And, if I buy, let's say I buy a Bitcoin, I'll sock away a quarter to half of it in my keep key. Don't touch, don't think about it. Just remember, so we've got 16 million, the supply is 21 million. There's a halving in 2020. It's a very strong long-term investment, and people new to the crypto space, that's where they're going to hit it. Yesterday I added Monero, and I added Monero because everything else was jumping. I mean, it was crazy what was going on with Pivx and what was going on with Dash and Litecoin. NEM was going crazy. So I added to Monero because nobody was talking about it. It hasn't had its pump yet. I fully anticipate that at some point Monero is going to have its pump. And I added 0.2 Bitcoin. I'm up to about, like 81 Monero. It's not a heck of a lot, about $1,700 worth, but I'm adding to it. It's definitely something that I'm looking at. The other day I added to Ethereum Classic. It had its little pump, but it still hasn't had its big pump. I added some NEM because I've been harvesting on NEM. I guess it's similar to staking, and it seems like every 3 or 4 days I get 6 to 8 XEM, which is the NEM token. And every time you get that, I mean, it feels great. Anybody who's got Pivx and staking, it just feels great to get paid. It's like a dividend. And the more NEM you have, and the more transactions you do, the more you'll get. So I'm starting to get into the 8 range, and I've got about 80,000 NEM. And the way that harvesting works with them is you have to vest, and it's like 10% of what you've got will get added to your vesting. So if, let's say, you have 100,000 NEM, the first day you get 10,000, but the next day with only 90,000 left that haven't vested, 10% of that would be what? 9,000. So it's a diminishing number. So you have to. They encourage you to stay in there to harvest. You got to basically stay around for a while and to get your harvesting numbers. And if you're doing 25,000, you'd harvest 2,500 the first day. That would leave 22,500. So the next day you would harvest, you would vest 2,250, and so on and so forth. It's a diminishing thing. But NEM has been on a tear. I've been talking about NEM. It's incredible technology. They're doing their own thing. It's not a fork of anything else. It's lightning fast. People are beginning to catch on. It's still really cheap. So we're looking at 0.023968. Just the other day it was 0.0143. I mean, it's one of the altcoins that's pumping, and because it's so cheap, people are buying it, and they're not making any more of it. And I know that there's some of these 9 million that are dead that people have lost, because I've seen it on the forums. They bought it years ago, and they just didn't think it was ever going to be worth anything, and they had a bunch of it because it like redlined for the longest time, and then now they go back and they can't remember their private key or whatever. So there's less. Pivx has been pumping. I got some. I could tell that it was going to go up because Bittrex had so many buy orders and very few sell orders. So I got, I bought most of mine at 75 cents, but then I came in at $1.50, and here it is at 203. I went to go buy some more burst. Let me scroll down. I want to show you something. So, where are you, burst? Burst is back up to number 80. It was almost out of the top 100 because everything was pumping so hard, and it was just rising a little bit. 5 days ago, here's my video where it was my Genesis Mining daily upgrade, but I was also started buying some burst. I was speculating on burst. 4 days ago, I was like, buy burst. And then I was just sold. And 4 days ago, it's like, buy and hold burst. And when I made these videos, the market cap of burst was 2.5 million. And I was like, this is so tiny. It's like I bought my first initial investment, and right away I was one of the top 200 holders of burst in the world. And now I've added some more, and I've got over 1 million, and I'm like the 119th largest holder of burst. And I was like, this is going to go over 3 million. And we're talking about 4 or 5 days ago. And let's look where it is now. Burst is up to 4.5 million. It's up 34.73%. So I hope you all got in there and followed that burst recommendation. And it still has a way to go. And if you go to Burst Nation, the community there is incredibly strong compared to the other coins. And they've got some really cool things where you can invest in assets. There's the Burst Casino. There's people you can invest in, people with their large mining things, all kind of business things. And they're they're on the up and up. And people are, you give your burst to them, and then they pay you back out. And that's a really strong thing as well. And the Burst Casino, of course, is making money. And this, this coin is over 80% mined. There's only 20% left to go, and then that's it. You're going to get to like 2.1 or something like that. And it's a heck of a deal. And it's had this big rise, but I think ultimately you're going to see, a market cap for Burst where it's going to be probably a top 20 coin. I think you're going to see market cap 10, 20, 25 million. Let's see where that puts you. So 10 makes you about a top 50 coin, and 20 million makes you a top 35 coin. That's where it's headed. That's where it's headed. It's still super cheap. I mean, you put in a couple $100 and you own a lot of burst. So those are my thoughts. I'm going to keep on increasing my Genesis mining. Yesterday I was fortunate enough to make some money, and I went on Coinbase, and I made my biggest buy ever for Bitcoin. Let's see if I can find it on here. Anyway, long story short is I bought 5 Bitcoin, and so I'm trying. It's fun. I'm trying to think, what am I going to do with that? Here it is. I bought 5 Bitcoin, and I've been trying to buy like a Bitcoin a day lately, because I'm really not putting it into other things that I invest in. I'm still adding to my index funds in the stock market at regular basis, but I've stopped the precious metals. I'm not looking to buy any real estate, etc. I mean, this cryptocurrency space is amazing. The way that it pumped yesterday was just unbelievable. I checked my phone while we were having this pool party, and I was like, dude, this is sick. I've never seen anything like it. And what I really believe is happening, and I've said this before, is guys like me that have invested in other things are finding the crypto space. And so, you know, I'm not 18 anymore, so I'm making some bucks and, you know, putting into this space. I want, you know, now I'm thinking I'd like to get my portfolio 15% in crypto, and that's kind of a significant amount. So yeah, what am I going to do when I start getting all these Bitcoins in? I'm going to increase my Genesis mining. I'm going to increase my Litecoin. You know, the payouts have already jumped. I mean, it's paying now. When you get up there and you got 200 something mega hash, like this is where I made my jump. So I went from 37 to 51 in a day. That's 14 bucks. To 69 in a day. That's 18. Then I made 89 is 20 bucks. And there's what, 19 bucks. So I'm about 20 bucks a day. So you do a $2,400 investment to get 200 mega hash, and getting 20 bucks a day times 30 days is 600 bucks. 4 months you get your money back. And that's kind of what it's showing on the mining calculators. And if you look, I don't have it pulled up right now, but if you look at the mining difficulty on Litecoin, it is not rising that much. So, you know, I think that's the place to be. So I'm going to go into there. I would also like to raise my script because my SHA-256, because it's a lifetime contract. I'm a little low there. And Dash, you know, I guess with Litecoin being as profitable as it is, I'm kind of got this on hold. If it can get up back into like the $90 range, I'm all over it though. And I'm going to go in with $2,150 and go do the 500 mega hash upgrades. I'm looking to add to what I've already got. I'd like to get some more Burst. I'd like to get some more NEM. I'd like to get some more Pivx. I'd like to get some more Monero. I'm buying Ethereum every day, $10 worth on Coinbase. So, and I just take that and immediately goes right into my keep key. So I'm going to keep doing that. You know, keep socking away the Bitcoin. Take my medicine. I know it's the smart play. It's the conservative play. Mining the heck out of Dash. I'm going to sock that away. Mining the heck out of Litecoin. I'm socking that away. I just added to Ethereum Classic, and then so we just added to Augur. I'm looking at that. Augur's pumped since Genesis Mining has said that you can, you know, use it at Genesis Mining. For some reason, they're really pushing this coin. I'm going to add to my Golem. So what I'm going to do is I'm not looking to add, like, for example, let's say I was into Factum, which is on the new Exodus beta wallet. I'm not looking to add it when it's up 28% and Burst is up 35%. If people are rushing in, I'm kind of walking out the door. I'm looking at the ones that are asleep right now, which is why I got into Monero. I'm looking for ones that are kind of redlining, kind of not going anywhere, or maybe down, you know, and then that's when I'm looking to get in. And I'm just going to keep on adding coins, keep on adding tokens, and keep on holding. I mean, the space is going crazy. There's new money coming in. The market capitalization of everything, you know, we've looked at these charts before, but it's pretty crazy. So this is the chart of total market cap for all time. This is the last year, and I mean, look at that rise. Let's look at 3 months. It's just steady new money coming in all the time. It's an exciting space. There's new technology coming out all the time. You really can't lose. You know, I'm not a trader, but I mean, I can really see how some of these coins are pumping. You could make some money as a trader. I would just encourage you at some point when you've made your money, take some of it and stick it into maybe Bitcoin at a safe place nobody can get to but you, and don't ever touch it again. Have a reserve. Have a savings account. Have a crypto savings account. And if you do that, I think you're going to be successful. So that's my daily crypto diary. Because of all the parties going on around here, I really don't have that much going on. But I anticipate having some good ones this week. I've got some good feedback on my daily crypto investing diary, so I guess I'll keep that going on. And that's that. Y'all have a great Easter, and I'll talk to you later.